The No Fate channel checking in, and today I will be covering all of the race day gear that I'll be wearing when I take on the Boston Spartan Super and of course the dreaded Vermont Spartan Beast. Time seems to just be flying by, with only 25 days until the Boston Spartan Super and 60 days until the Vermont Spartan Beast. I thought it would be a perfect time to cover the race day clothes that I'll be wearing for both races. First and foremost is the underwear. I'm going to be wearing something light, tight, and slightly moisture wicking. Obviously, you don't want to wear boxers. You don't want to be clanging around during the race. And of course, nothing that is cotton. That's going to absorb the water and it's going to make for a long, cold day regardless of the weather. Next up, calf sleeves. Now, I wear these for all my obstacle course races and road races. I find they help a ton with preventing tightness in my calf. But more importantly, I think I get a better performance with them because they help drive that blood back up towards my heart. Works for me, so I wear them. I wear the next two items for the same exact purpose, so I'm going to cover them together. And they are leggings and arm sleeves. Now, the reason I wear both of these is because during some of my first races, I noticed that I was getting scratches on areas that have exposed skin. So the main reason I wear them is to prevent small nicks and scratches as you're going over walls, under walls, crawling, rolling, etc. They also add a layer of sun protection. Now, I am extremely pale skinned, and the Spartan Super and many of the obstacle course races are actually during the summer, spring months, so you could get a pretty good sunburn. Again, if you're pale skinned like me, they do offer some sun protection. And lastly, there are some nasty things out on the course. I know in Tuxedo, New York, one of the last Spartan races, a lot of cases of poison ivy. There's been a couple Tough Mudder races where people had to run through areas where cow pastures were, and they got some cow poop in their cuts and on their skin and ended up getting sick. So I like to cover as much skin as possible to, again, prevent nicks and cuts, prevent sunburn, and of course prevent any poison ivy or other contaminants that could get onto your skin. It's just an extra layer of protection, and it doesn't seem to hinder me at all. Next up on the list are shorts. Now, I chose these for the same reasons as I chose the underwear. They are light, they are thin, and they are semi-moisture wicking. You do not want to wear anything that is baggy, thick, or made of cotton. Anything like that is going to absorb water, it's going to absorb mud, and you are going to have to carry that extra weight around with you for the entire course. Also, if you happen to be running a race during a cold or windy day, that's going to cause you to freeze a whole hell of a lot quicker. Next up is your shirt, and I know I'm broken record, but you want something that's light and moisture wicking. Again, you really don't want to have any heavy cotton on you or anything that is thick. If it is cold outside and you're wearing something that's heavy, even though you might think it keeps you warm, as soon as it gets wet, you are going to be freezing. Now, along with your shirt, one of the most important things to consider are race day photos. So wear a shirt that you're going to be proud to wear and see in the photos, and just know that it's going to be covered by mud and probably disgusting by the end of the race. Next up, and probably the most debatable topic when it comes to obstacle course race gear, are shoes. Now, I wear these Reeboks that were specifically designed for obstacle course races, and I will tell you, I noticed a huge difference when I went from sneakers to an obstacle course race shoe. You can see they're kind of a halfway point between a running shoe and a football cleat. The bottoms are designed very similar to a soccer or a football cleat style, but the material is actually a little bit softer, so when you do have to go over walls, you can get a little bit of grip. The only thing that I would caution is that if you're running a course that is all on a track or a raceway and you're going to be going over a lot of pavement, you may want to consider something else, only because these cleat styles are great on grass and dirt and in the mud, but on pavement, they can become slick and a little bit slippery. Now, as far as the Reeboks are concerned, I'm not telling you to go out and buy the Reeboks. These race shoes can actually be pretty expensive. One recommendation I would suggest, and what I did, was go online and find a pair of shoes that's a few seasons old. Even though they're still new, they may be a few versions behind the latest and greatest, and you'll save a ton of money. I got these, I think, for $60 on Amazon, and they've worked out great. Obviously, you don't get to try them on in advance, but some of these online places have great return policies, and usually they run to size. So if you normally take a size 12, they'll be a size 12 when you order them. So that's it for my race day clothing, but I want you to tell me in the comments below, what's the one piece of race day attire that you simply can't wear without, that you wear to all of your races? Let me know in the comments below. If you've come this far in the video, then definitely give it a like, hit that subscribe button. As usual, thanks for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back. The No Fake channel is dedicated to providing you with ideas on how to improve your community at home, your community in your neighborhood, and your community in your town. I'll also be giving you insight into this dad's tricks, trips, and tribulations.